Yeah, I mean, you got a lid. How's the orbital?
What's that?
How's the orbital?
Oh,
How's the
it's
chi?
great. The doctor did a good job.
Didn't feel any pain,
Not
no
at all.
issues?
Nope.
Weren't at all concerned?
Nope, not at all. Yeah.
Good to hear.
So, Josh, apparently you don't have knockout. You're not knockout artist.
Hey, same thing. I never said that. All I said was, if I land one clean punch, that'll be it. And I said, you ask anyone from our team who hits the hardest, 9 out of 10 will say me.
Yeah, just is that more or less how you saw the fight going? I mean, maybe not like a highlight reel knockout like that, but you figured you would eventually catch him with something like that?
Yeah, only one punch. And the funny, or it's not even funny, I work with a mind coach, and he records the sessions. I'm hoping I'll put that out there if I can get it from him. And we just went over it for an hour straight, and it was that exact punch, landing an overhand right, perfect placement to the chin, and him just out cold, hitting the ground, and walk-off home run. And that's exactly what happened.
What felt better, that one or the Lamas one? Especially with everything you've been through, I imagine. This
Yeah, I'd probably say this one for sure. The Lamas one was great, but I took that on 3-week notice, and it was against the third-ranked guy in the world, so that was great. But unfortunately, I didn't make the weight that time. I didn't get a bonus. That one, I think, is I should get a performance bonus. I've never got one from the UFC, so I'm hoping they come through this time.
Yeah, hopefully Justin doesn't take up too many of them for that.
Hey, there's three. There was 3 finishes, right?
Yeah. So, I know you said before the fight, you're just trying to live in the moment each time you go out there, day by day. But where do you move forward after a win like this? Michael's obviously been around the UFC a really long time. Beating him means something.
Yeah, definitely. I thought a big win over Michael Johnson, a good performance, and especially a big finish. I'm not sure, has he ever been knocked out like that? I don't think he's ever been knocked out, right? And I've done that to a handful of people that have never been knocked out. I give them their first knockout loss like that. And I figured if I did something like that, then it would put me right back into the mix. The momentum that I was gaining before the last fight 13 months ago, I figured it would put me right back then, and hopefully it'll set me up for another big fight or big name. And I want to get a few more fights in this year. I feel great, and I'm just stoked to be back. Honestly, it's been too long. It's been a tough year, but man, that was sweet. So I'm going to stay in Philadelphia, have some fun with my wife, mom, aunt, and friends, and eat some Philly cheesesteaks, have some pretzels, go see some historical things, and just have a good time.
Given the time away, was that the best possible kind of fight you could have had? Because it wasn't over quick, you went for a while, and then you got the finish on top.
Yeah, definitely. It's I feel like I'm a little bit of a slow starter, and I'm always trying to entertain and please the crowd, and they were booing, and that's one thing my coach says. He's just like, don't worry about them, they're not in there, they just want to see people just punch drunk, like just punching each other, and they want to see big knockouts. And I just had to be patient, not force things, and I knew I could finish the fight. It's so it is a good scenario. I went in there, I got 2 solid rounds, and then the third round put him away. So it felt good to get back in there. I was a little, I guess, slower starting than typical, and but I didn't want to rush him with anything stupid and get caught with something and be on his highlight reel. He's fought some of the best, beat some of the best, and I didn't want any part of that. So I really had to take my time and just fight a smart fight, stick to the game plan that we've been working on all camp.
You mentioned working on the mental side of the game. Is that like a sports psychologist? Like, what exactly is it that you do?
He's a mind coach. I guess you could say that, but he works with a lot of like military, I believe like special forces, law enforcement agencies, and MMA fighters, and it's just a lot of visualization, and it's kind of like puts you into like these deep trances, and we just constantly go over things, and I visualize the fight. I see the fight, what I'm going to do from walking into the cage. He puts me from like a bird's eye view, puts me in the corner watching it, doing it, landing those clean shots, and that's exactly what I said was going to happen. And I'll put that out there later if I can get that audio from him. But yeah, I've been working with him for years. I try to do a lot of things. I feel like I'm, no one's going to mentally break me. I feel like I'm hard enough on myself. I beat myself up enough so no one else can. And yeah, it's just another, attribute of mine.
I know you said you were confident in the orbital, but did it take getting into a live fight to really have belief in it, or were you good coming in?
I was good coming in. Like I said, going into it when I was helping Chad get ready for a fight, my first live sparring session back with him, he's one of the hardest hitting guys too, you know, and he's so powerful, and he landed some good shots right where I broke that, and after those sparring sessions, then I knew I was good.
Last one from you then. I mean, you've obviously been out for a long time. How soon do you want to get back in?
Man, I've never fought in Vegas. I would like to fight on that International Fight Week. It's a quick trip from California. It would give my friends and family an excuse to go out to Vegas and have some fun, and man, we would have a ton of people out there. I don't even know how many people would come out, but it would be an amazing time, and I got to fight in Vegas, so I'm hoping to get back in there unless something else pops up sooner, but I want to get at least 2 more fights this year, and as long as I stay healthy and depending on what the next fight is.
Anyone stick out to you in terms of
No, not at all. Just like I said, I want to fight people in front of me or bigger name fights.
Is it gratifying? I mean, right after the wellness, when you jumped up so high in the rankings, and you got, especially with the way this got a little criticism, some people said maybe he doesn't deserve that spot, but you go do what you did to Michael Johnson, another top guy. Does this kind of validate you even more that you just do really belong at the very top of the featherweight division?
Yeah, I believe so. I feel like that's the reason why I got in this sport. I truly believe I'm one of the best fighters. I will be a world champion. If the best me shows up, nobody can beat me. And like I've said before, you really have to put me out to finish me. You'll never see me cower away. You see people break in fights. You will not break me, and you'll never see me want out of the fight. You see it all the time. People getting hit and then they just put their hands up and they want out. Like that won't happen to me. But I believe. I believe such a big win over him. I do belong here, and I've showed it. I fought the best. The only thing that happened was the last fight. I got caught. I got caught, and then put me out because I didn't jump on him like he did in the first round.
Is there any desire to run it back with Jeremy?
We'll see what happens moving forward. I know he's coming off a few losses. I'm coming off a win. I just want to, like I said, decompress, go have some fun, and then talk to my coach and figure out what's next.
I was going to say, there were some slower moments in the first 2 rounds, like you said, the crowd was booed a little. Were you thinking of that one big shot throughout those first 2 rounds, even in the more cautious moments?
I came close to landing them. Like a few in the first round, I missed with the big one, just inches from him, and then in the second, a big hook. But I did hit him a few times hard, and then he put on a poker face, because he was kind of talking in there, and. I thought the first round, I won the first round. It was really close. I thought he won the second round. And then when I went back to the corner, Joey, Danny, and Uriah are like, just let it loose. Like, just go. You need a big round. Possibly need a finish. Just go out there and just, who cares? And I was just thinking, okay, I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to go out there swinging. And, you never want to leave it to the judges' scorecards. I'm trying to finish the fight, even in the first round. People say that all the time. No one in this fight game is trying to do that. They're trying to finish the fight with every punch, so it's just the people that say that, no one's trying to let the judges decide what happens, because a lot of times they don't know what's going on. But I just went out there and it took me a while to get going. That's all I can say. I feel like 13-month layoff, it just it was a little different, and I didn't want to rush in and get caught with something because he has so much experience, you know what I mean?
What was he saying to you?
Just his coaches, they were telling him things, and he was like shaking his head saying yes. One of the punches I thought was kind of funny. I barely missed with a huge uppercut, and it skimmed him. And then I heard one of my coaches say he felt that, and he was shaking his head saying no, and I told him I know I missed. And so that's why we were just kind of laughing about that. But
I know you said you needed a big round in that third round. That shot that put him away, were you, like you said before, were you just swinging, or did you see an opening that, you knew you saw it, and dang, I was going to be right there?
Yeah, I kept going with like the jab cross, and then I just knew I threw a jab, and then a jab to his body. He dropped his hands because I almost clipped him with that same right hand in the first, so I just got him to drop his hands a little, and then just kind of covered the distance and landed that perfect placement on his chin with the right hand.
A couple just last quick questions. As you kind of answered this already when you said he was dropping a lot of people seem to notice he was dropping his left hand repeatedly. So that was the target, obviously.
And you know, southpaw versus orthodox match up well, so I'm just trying to get out of his foot. So I stepped outside when I hit the jabbed the body, and then it was just right there in line.
And my last question, you were limping a little bit when you came in. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I feel like in the first round, I'm not sure if I did something funky to my toe or knuckle. I think I might have dislocated or maybe broke a little something, but we'll see. I'm going to get an x-ray on Tuesday. I felt like I was stepping and something just kept, I don't know, just kept popping and moving some weird way. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.